At 1.25 million, this is a whopper of a house in a great location. It has Ruby's big kitchen and a huge living space, including 4 reception rooms, 4 bedrooms, a conservatory and a separate guest annex. It's just seconds from the beach and has its own swimming pool, all set in an acre of garden. This comes pretty close to delivering everything they've asked for. And having been on the market for 18 months, there will be some room for manoeuvre on the price.
Externally it's superb. The seas there, this is water, this is just perfect.
The location is fantastic, the kitchen is good, the swimming pool, what more can you ask for?
Yeah, I mean the kitchen is alright, isn't it? It's a nice and bright kitchen, it's got a lot of light,
yes,
a lot of glass on the top.
And the open door as well.
In the summertime that would be quite nice, just to sit outside, have a barbecue.
That's right, yeah.
Ah, perfect timing. My work here is done. Have you seen enough?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Plenty more to see.
Oh, yeah.
Now, as restaurateurs, Pritpal and Ruby will be delighted to know that these South Hams aren't just famed for cream teas, but also a gastronomic delicacy of far greater luxury, the Bigbury Bay oyster. So, acting as official taster, I've come to the Avon estuary to meet up with oyster farmer Richard Marsh. Hey Richard, how are you?
Hi Alan, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've come to give you a hand, whether you like it or not.
Oh, fantastic. Well, you can see with the tide we're going to need to put some chest waders on.
Okay, so where exactly are the oysters now?
Well, I've got 3 areas. We've got West Bank, which is along down here, and then we've got East Bank, obviously the opposite side of the river, and then South Hexdown, which is from that pink buoy right down to the end.
How many oysters?
It's about 300,000 in total.
300,000 oysters?
Yeah, it's a lot of oysters.
Wow! We don't have to get them all out today, do we?
No, just a couple of thousand.
And Richard is an urban escape success story himself. He moved here 6 years ago from London and took over the oyster bed, learning his trade as he went along. What sort of lifestyle is it?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, you can see the beautiful area we are now. No sitting on a tube going into London anymore.
You don't miss that?
I don't think so, not on days like today, no.
Should we get on with it then?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Brilliant. The oysters here aren't native to Devon. They're Pacific oysters brought in from a hatchery when they're just the size of a fingernail. They're matured here for 2 to 4 years, and it's the location that makes them special. The combination of seawater with the fresh water flowing into the estuary from Dartmoor creates a perfect natural feeding ground for the oysters, and that results in higher meat content and a unique nutty flavour. So these are almost ready to come out, is that right?
Yeah, these are. They're pretty much fully grown now, yeah.
Okay. So what do we do?
Right, we're going to turn the bag. So you grab the bag, put it on its side and down and just give it a little shake like that. And that's just knocking off the new growth so they get a nice deep body instead of going more flat.
Right. I tell you what, this is back-breaking work, and Richard has over 30 tons of oysters to look after. Now I've helped you a bit. Wouldn't mind tasting them, is that all right?
Yeah, I've got some on the key already for you.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
Oysters are a fantastic source of vitamins and minerals. Just 6 a day would more than fulfill your daily intake of iron, copper, zinc and calcium. But there's an art to eating them.
First of all, you have to pour away the liquor, because that's the very salty part.
Right.
Then you have to sever the muscle underneath, turn it over so it's loose. Then you stroke the oyster and it will produce a secondary liquor. Now,
God, I've never done that before. I've eaten oysters
squeeze the lemon
times.
and it's ready to eat. So the best way is to suck into the mouth from that direction. Then you're going to compress the oyster with your tongue to the roof of your mouth where it will start to dissolve. And after 2 or 3 seconds, you get left with the muscly part and you give that a chew, and that's where the sweetness is. And you find the sweetness, and once you've found that, you swallow.
Right.
And then you just get the most amazing aftertaste of the ocean that
Here we go.
invigorates your whole body.
God, that's fantastic. That's awesome. Wow, yeah.
You really get the sweetness and the aftertaste will keep coming.
Oh, thanks. It's been fantastic. I've really, really enjoyed it. Good luck with the business. It doesn't sound like you need any luck. You've got the luck here, haven't you?
Yeah, the luck. It's just the lucky. Well, I feel the luckiest man sometimes on days like this. You know, doing this for a living.
Thanks so much.
Nice to meet you.
And you too. As the sun sets over the beautiful South Devon coast, our first day of house hunting is over. Pritpal and Ruby want to retire from their busy lives in Staffordshire to relocate to the seaside in South Devon. They have up to £1 million to spend on a 3 to 4 bedroom modern house with sea views. We've already shown them one property with wow factor, but they had plans for it.
I'm not very keen about the swimming pool outside the house, but we can always
Fill it up.
Fill it up.
There's plenty more to come to get their creative juices flowing.
I don't think I would have these here.
I'll probably knock these down completely.
But will today's mystery house finally deliver?
I love it. This is exactly what we're looking for.
For our next viewing, we're heading to the outskirts of the village of Malborough, situated just a couple of miles from Salcombe. Marlborough is set in the heart of rural farmland and is home to 2 quaint pubs, a couple of restaurants and some stunning churches. But I think it's sun worshipping that Pritpal and Ruby have in mind when they move here, and they won't have far to go. Beautiful Hope Cove Beach is just 2.5 miles away. They can either drive or walk the beautiful southwest coastal path. And they'll be glad to know there's refreshment once they get here. But beach life will have to wait, as we have a house to view that's just back in Marlborough. So, Ruby, what do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a nice property.
Late Georgian property. Got the triple garage here.
Yeah.
You've also got a little annex room there. It's got a bedroom, toilet, and you've got this building here.
But what's in there?
It's a games room.
What is it?
Games
You like your
room.
games room, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
It's really nicely done.
Let's go. That's very good.
This house dates from the 1800s and has been extended and beautifully refurbished in the last 10 years. It comes with space and style, but will Ruby and Pritpal like it? Your guess is as good as mine. It's your hallway. Off the hallway, you've got a little study there.
I quite like these very old
They're
slate or
Flagstone flooring.
Yeah, I like
Very
those.
old one.
Okay, let's move through. Well, they like the flagstone floor. Could this mean they're leaning towards more character? Come on through to what I guess is the most important room.
Ah. It's not very big, is it?
Do you think it's too small?
I think it's too small.
Big enough to cook in, isn't it?
It's practical. I mean,
Yes.
it's okay for a couple, I think.
Let me show you the dining room.
Mm. Yeah.
I know what you're going to say.
What's
Too small.
It is small.
But you are downsizing, aren't you?
Yes, but at the same time, we want to entertain.
Right. And I know Ruby likes to entertain around 30 people at a time. And although this room may not be big enough, there's just the thing at the back of the house.